Abdullah bin Mubarak, a descendant of Tebe-i Tâbiîn, tells, I was going on a pilgrimage. While passing through the Iraqi-Syrian territory, I came across a lonely woman. I saluted. He received my greetings with the verse, It is a word of greeting from a merciful Lord, which they will hear. Yasin 58. What are you doing around here? I asked. He recited the verse, Whoever Allah has led astray, there is no one to guide him. Araf 186. I realized that he had lost his way. When I asked where he was going, he replied with the verse, I praise Allah, who took his servant from Masjid al-Haram one night, and took him to Masjid al-Aqsa, Isra 1. I understood that he is going to Jerusalem. Since when did you lose your way like this? I said. 3 full nights, Mary 10, he said. I offered to give food. He recited the verse, Then complete your fast until sunset, Baqarah 187. Well, we are not in Ramadan, I said. He replied with the verse, Whoever does a vain good deed for Allah, Allah is the one who rewards every good deed, and knows everything well. Baqarah 158. I said, fasting can be broken on the journey. He read the verse, But if you fast, it is better for you. Baqarah 184. I asked him why he didn't talk like me. He said, Let not a single word come out of your mouth, so that there is no watchman who watches him, and is ready to record that word. Qaf 18. Who are you from? I asked. You don't know about this, you wouldn't know my family even if I told you. Then both the eye and the heart are responsible for every judgment you make without seeing or relying on certain knowledge. Isra 36. I made a mistake, just right. I said. There is no condemnation for you today. May Allah forgive you. Yusuf 92. I offered to put him on my camel and deliver it to his caravan. He responded with the verse, Whatever you do in the name of charity, Allah knows it. Baqarah 215. I brought my camel with you. As he was getting on, he recited the verse, Tell the believing men to lower their gaze. Nur 30. I turned my eyes. When the camel was about to ride, the camel was frightened and fled. Meanwhile, its dress was slightly torn. He muttered the verse, Whatever misfortune befalls you, it is because you have done it yourself and deserved it. Shura 30. Be patient, let me tie the camel. I said. By reciting the verse we made Solomon to be understanding and more accurate in this matter. Anbiya 79, he meant that I was more successful in directing my camel. He got on the camel and said, Glory be to Allah, who made us submit this, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do it. And in the end, we will certainly return to our Lord. Zuraf 13-14, read the verses. Let's. I hasten the camel. Be dignified in your walk and demeanor, and don't raise your voice. The ugliest of voices is the voice of a screaming donkey. Lockman 19 replied. I started reading poetry while walking. Read whatever is easy for you from the Quran. Muzammil 20, he said. It is not haram to read poetry. I said. Only those who have real understanding and foresight can think and understand this matter. Baqarah 269, gave the answer. We went for a while, then I asked him if he was married. O you who believe! Do not ask about matters that will upset you when the answer is given. He read the verse, made 101. Then we reached his caravan and asked, "Do you have anyone in the caravan?" I said, "Wealth and children are ornaments of the worldly life." Qaf 46, he said. I realized that he has a son. I asked their names. God made Abraham a friend. God spoke to Moses, "O Yahya, hold firmly to the book." Nisa 125, 164, Maryam 12, recited the verses. O Abraham, O Moses, O Yahya. I called out to the convoy. 3 young people with bright faces, here you go. He came up. He gave money to his sons and said, "Send one of you into the city with this. Let him see the halal and clean food and bring you some food. Be careful." Qaf 19, he said. As for the food, he said to me, "Eat and drink with pleasure now for what you did in your past days." Haqqa 24, he said. He said to the children, "If you do not tell me about your mother's condition, I will not eat this dish." I said, "Our mother," they said, "has been speaking only with the verses of the Quran for 40 years, with the fear that a wrong word will come out of her mouth that will not please God." Abdullah bin Mubarak used to describe this event as evidence that everything is contained in the Quran.